Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and former President Donald Trump has made his decision. He's out. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. I want to preface this by saying Trump is known to change his mind, and I wouldn't be stunned if he changed his mind again. But with everything that's happened with him, with how the media's covered him, with how unfair I believe they were at the previous debate on ABC, with all of that being considered, I don't blame him for the decision he's just made. And frankly, I think he had every right to make it. He had a scheduled interview with 60 Minutes on CBS, and he's decided he's out. He backed out of it. He wants nothing to do with it. I can't say that I blame him, though I do think any opportunity you have at this stage of the game to get in front of the American people is wise. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris, who's the Democrat nominee for president, she will do a 60 Minutes interview. She doesn't do many interviews, but this is a big, important interview. And I would love for President Trump, I understand how the media has treated him, I really do. But he can handle them. I would love for him to reconsider this and do the interview. I want you to watch this, report on it, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
Cornish are back with me. So as this is, of course, unfolding behind us, we've seen surrogates like Elise Stefanik came through here. But David, the chatter is all about the 60 Minutes interview that would have been conducted right in this complex, I think across the street, or at least...
House that 60 Minutes built, yes.
Exactly. We're in the CBS, longtime CBS News headquarters, but now Donald Trump says he's not going to participate. And that may leave tonight as the only really big moment left on the calendar. Why do you think he pulled out of this interview?
You know, his campaign put out a statement, Stephen Chung, a spokesperson, did, referring to that CBS News, according to the Trump campaign, wanted to intersperse the interview with some fact-checking and come out of the interview and do some fact-checking and what have you. There seems to be a dispute in the CBS News statement. I know this will surprise you, and what the Trump campaign is saying about
David.
what actually
Never heard
happened
anything
here.
like it in my life.
But CBS News says that Donald Trump actually agreed to this interview and has pulled out of it. The Trump campaign version of events is there were discussions, but nothing was ever locked in stone. So we haven't heard from the former president yet. I'd be eager to hear his thinking because we know Donald Trump, he really likes 60 Minutes. He likes the cachet that brings. He has done it many, many times. He talked about being stablemates with Vladimir Putin when they appeared together 8 years ago on the same night. They didn't appear together.
It's a status marker, like being on the cover of Time magazine.
Exactly.
Right?
And so this feeds into Donald Trump's whole sense of the media ecosystem. And he likes to be able to control that. And this is interesting to me that given that this is the last scheduled event, this vice presidential debate, that he's giving up this opportunity for a big
the last scheduled
gathering.
event, but there's still time for there to be any number of other kinds of events should they choose to do it. And this has been an election where both campaigns have really challenged the role of the mainstream media in terms of, is this necessary for me to get my message to the voters? And Trump has done a ton of interviews with podcasters and all other kinds of venues. And it's not totally clear that Harris as well as Trump, see these stages the same way.
Well, certainly, I think that's a really interesting point. I mean, you had the influencer side